Welcome to Not Just a Pretty Face podcast, where we are pretty on purpose and beyond the surface. I am your host, Michaela, and I am with my lovely guest, Tesha. How are you doing?
I'm great, and yourself?
Good. I'm doing pretty good. So, do you mind telling the people a little bit about yourself, what you do, how long you've been doing it, and what got you started?
Okay, I'm Tesha Jenkins, born and raised in the small town of Fort aka St. Matthews. I've been the owner of my faith-based t-shirt business for 4 years called Topp, Designz, and it actually was birthed out of me going through a trying time in my life. I felt alone and despaired, and I felt like I was all alone in a dark place. And I just started, doodling designs and come up with these catchy phrases and things, phrases that will actually help impact someone in a positive demeanor, make them feel good about themselves.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So my first question, and this is, I've asked, I only had 2 guests so far, but I've asked them both this. So my question is, what do you feel like makes you more than a pretty face?
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask that before. This is a big girl question. Well, what makes me more than a pretty face is that I bring a lot to the table. I'm very determined. I'm a go-getter. I don't give up easily. It's just something that I feel needs to get done. I don't stop until it gets done. I'm not easily defeated. A lot of the time I've been told, I act like a little like I'm on the masculine side a little bit. That's because I'm tough. Like, I'm gonna get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I bring a lot to the table. Not only, being beautiful on the outside, not being egocentric, but I kind of like have this push in me to push other people. I have like a drive in me. I have determination, and I just don't like to see anybody else down.
Right. So, what do you feel like? Where did you get that from? Do you feel like you were always like that, or do you feel like couple of life lessons along the way instilled that into you?
Well, actually, raising, 3 children and then going through life lessons along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I always, like my pastor preached a sermon called Quitting is Not an Option. And ever since he, gave that sermon, along with other life lessons that I learned along the way, it helped me to learn that you got to persevere, you got to push past your pain. And just because it looks like you're not going to make it, don't mean you're not going to make it,
right.
Yeah. And then I just realized that if you're alive, you're here for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So don't give up.
Right.
And if you're here for a purpose, you need to serve that purpose.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So, and you said you've been in business for 4 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm probably jumping ahead of myself. Let me make sure I'm not getting too far ahead. Okay. So, I guess tell us like what Topp Designz mean to you.
Oh, let's ask. Okay, Topp Designz is like my baby, and it's spelled with T-O-P-P,
Mm-hmm.
Designz. I like to be different. I don't like to be the same mediocre, type person.
Mm-hmm.
So T-O-P-P means trade our pain for purpose. Like I said, my business was birthed during a rough time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, Lord, since God convinced me that I was going to start a t-shirt business, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about t-shirts, I was like, what should I name my business? Because it is a faith-based business, pair of business.
Mm-hmm.
So Topp Designz means trade our pain for purpose. So the pain that I endured during the tumultuous time in my life, I traded for the purpose of creating garments that promoted positive conversations,
Mm-hmm.
that would uplift and empower people in a positive state of life. I want to not only do spiritual t-shirts, but also like sarcastic shirts, because you never know what you can do with shirts with inspirational things on it. Somebody could be feeling bad and low one day, and you have a shirt with a funny saying or something that pushes you.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be that person.
Right.
I want to be the person to help bring out the best in you, no matter what you're going through. I haven't been through a whole lot, or a lot doesn't mean that other people have been through.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that what I have been through, I can use to help somebody that want to continue to live.
I like that.
So Topp Designz is like, that's my baby. Like, that's my baby.
I like that. I like when people have like actual purpose behind what they do, because it makes it a lot more meaningful when you tell your story, because
Mm-hmm.
people always say that people are going to be attracted to the story and then follow the business. So as long as you have like a solid story,
Mm-hmm.
solid purpose, you'll always stay in business.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move into our segments. First one is called story time, and this is gonna be a question that I asked every guest as well.
Okay.
So tell us about a time where you felt the most proud of yourself as a woman.
Wow, these are really good questions. The first time I really felt really proud of myself. Oh, I thought you asked. Okay. Being a single mom, I remember working 2 jobs to get a car.
Okay.
I was working here in Columbia. I was working at a hair store off Broad River Road.
Okay. And
I was working at McDonald's. So when I leave the hair store off Broad River Road, I go directly to McDonald's. I go in the ladies' bathroom and I change my clothes, put my burgundy shirt, my black pants, my little black Reebok mask, the little hat, and I would drive my dad's truck and it's a pickup truck. I'm a country girl, so I could whip it.
Right.
So, me working 2 jobs to get a car, and I told my mom and my dad, I said, look, here are both of my paychecks. There's a car in St. Matthews. I never forget. It's a Chevrolet Celebrity. It was like maybe $800-900. I worked. When I say I worked my tail off, like, cause let me tell you, that truck burned a lot of gas.
Yeah.
So the most rewarding time of my life as a woman was when I worked 2 jobs to get a car. I had 3 young kids, and I had my daddy pick up, and I couldn't fit my kids in the pickup truck.
Right.
3 seatbelts. So that was one of the times I really pat myself on the back. And working at McDonald's, sometimes I got out 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and be back up at 8 to go to the hair store. So that was one of the
definitely grinded it out.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that. But since you asked, but I'm like, yeah, that was what I pat myself on the back for that one.
Because I think most times we don't think about, because we do so much for others, we don't even get to give ourselves flowers. You know, we want to praise others and shout out other people, but we tend to forget, like, you know what, I'm proud of myself that I was able to accomplish that. So I want to make y'all think about that.
Yeah, you want to be waiting. Yeah.
Make y'all think about that exact time that you feel like you was the most proud of yourself, you know, because everybody's answer is going to be different and in different time frames too. So yeah. Okay, you ready for the next one?
I'm okay,
because I did a little research now. So I went on your website, and like you said, you are a Christian-based business. So I want to know about 2016, when what did that year look like? Because you had on there that you were before you were under Devotions.
Yeah.
So tell us about 2016 and what made you want to start any business.
Okay. Well, with Devotions, I was thinking more of integrating something where my name would be on the billboard. So God came to me and said, no, you're in it for the money, but this is ministry. And, at this time, I know who God was, but I still see my little Sunday school words here and there. And I was wanting, more of God, because I was like, if I'm going to start a business, I need to make sure it brings God glory. So I was in it for the money. So that's why I was called Devotions. My name's Tesha. So God came to me. He was like, nah, you in it for the money. This is ministry. And I was like, me? So, like I said, I went through a trying time in my life, and it helped me to understand the fact that God has to break you sometimes and to get you out your comfort zone to get where He wants you to be. So I had to lose some people, get rid of some things, get rid of some habits, and stop doing some things in order for God to get glory out of me. Because, when you give God your yes, it ain't, it's not, you don't give Him a yes Sunday through Monday, Sunday through Tuesday.
Right.
It's yes 24/7, it's
Exactly.
365. And I was like, God, I surrender my all to you. I'm going to do what you want me to do. Whenever you say do it. So God had to literally break me and mold me over for me to get to where He wanted me to be, because I gave Him my yes.
Right.
So after I went through what I went through, that's when God spoke to me and gave me the name Topp Designz. So I said, okay, God, from Devotion to Topp Designz. Still a T there, so hey, I said, all right, I'll take it on with it. But my thing was, long as God got the glory. And I want to say that, you got to realize that everybody cannot go where you're going.
That's true.
And sometimes they have to break your heart. You have to remove some people in your life. But you still realize that God knows the plan He made for you. That's in the Bible. God knows the plans He has for you to a bright future, not to hurt or harm you.
Right.
And I felt like my life was like shaken upside down. But lo and behold, not knowing that God was preserving me for a time as this, you know, because when you're in a business, you can't have people around you that's gonna like sabotage you, or people in your ear that's gonna make it seem like it's all about the money when it's not.
Right.
Because if you're living for God, you know, you gotta surrender all to Him and do His will, do things His way.
That's very true. So, for those who may not or may be struggling for saying yes, like, what does that look like for you? Is like fully surrendering yourself. Like, did you ever give a little pushback, or were you all in when he first talked to you about what he wanted you to change your name to?
I was all in because I know I did the business thing before, and I just did it out of the blue. You know, didn't have a business plan, didn't have the EIN number. I just threw myself out there without a life jacket, literally. So then I was like, Lord, this ain't working out the way it's supposed to work out. I'm arguing about money. I'm like, you know, this is gonna be a business. I don't want it.
Right.
So I was like, you know what, Lord, I'm gonna give my life over to you. Because I can't do this by myself.
Right.
So I gave him my yes, and he gave me some designs, and I'm like, draw what? And I, you know, like I said, I was going through it at the time, and I was like trying and drawing and crying, and I'm like, do what? A heat press, a cooking machine, like what? So God was like, you told me, you gave me your yes, so it's my way or no way. So, and I gave him my yes. Things started changing for the better. I started putting him, you know, first and foremost, pretty much through everything, because I realized that it's God's will, they're gonna be done, not ours.
That is
He,
true.
you know, we got the pencil, but he got the pen.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cause we do be right.
Yeah.
And he like, no, what I say is final, and that's how it's gonna
That's
be.
it.
Cause I sure be racist stuff. I don't like how that went. I don't want to change a lot of stuff.
Get that.
Okay, so were you so I guess what were you doing before you got into entrepreneurship? Like, were you still, what field were you in, and then what made you want to like get away from that?
Well, actually, I worked for a doctor's office for like 2 years, and then I went to school online and got my associate degree in business, and then I started working like for a local insurance company, and then I started working like for the state of South Carolina. But I'm like, I don't want to give somebody's job the rest of my life, you know. And I said I want to leave my children a legacy, because, you know, at one point in time I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I was like, Lord, this ain't life. Life ain't living. Like, I'm living just for gas money and car insurance. Like, surely this is not life upon the land.
Okay.
So I was like, get somebody else to do it.
Right.
I didn't have social income, you know. So I was pretty much like, I had good jobs. Sometimes I didn't manage my money so well. But for me, you see my children grow and get older, I'm like, I want to leave them a legacy. I want to teach them how to run the empire. So when I'm no longer here, it'll keep going.
Right.
I want to pass on a legacy to my children. Because so many times, you know, people get caught up in doing things like for the moment and living for the moment and living check for check. That's not life.
Right. No, it's not.
So I want to leave my children a legacy. So why not start a business?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that. And moms always thinking about their babies, you know?
Yeah.
I like that. I really do. So, moving into our next segment, because I have a question, but I'm not sure if you want to talk about it. But, you know, you are mentioning like the life challenging moment that you went through. Do you care to share like a little bit about what it was, or you want to leave that one alone? Because we don't have to.
I'll probably leave that alone for right now.
Okay.
You probably read about it in my book.
Okay.
Years to come.
Okay,
So.
cool. So y'all stay tuned for the book now, all right? So, our next segment is called Question and Answer. Similar to story time, but, you know, it's just still like, I got a question and you got to answer, you know?
Okay.
So, what keeps you motivated to, like, continue to keep God centered in your business and your life?
What keeps me motivated? Actually to know that there are other people's situation that is worse than mine. To know of people that have actually like left this world and knowing that they didn't have like like, you know, there's some people that I know may have passed on, and they like didn't have like life insurance to bury their family members. It keeps you motivated to keep the grasping for more. And I'm like, Lord, I'm sorry to hear XYZ went through XYZ, but I don't wanna be in that same situation. I wanna be in that same spot. So I try, you know, not to let things slip through the crack. Not saying I'm perfect, but what motivates me is the fact that somebody else's situation is always worse than mine.
That is true. That's true.
It's something to think about.
Yeah, that is true. So I know some people, we tend to struggle with keeping God first in anything that we do. We do it because we want to, kind of like how you said with the first initial business, we do it because we have the idea, and without checking in first and making sure that that's actually what is supposed to be in the will that He wrote for us. So it can be a little difficult, I know, sometimes with, especially for me, because I'm speaking for myself, I ain't gonna speak for everybody else. It can be a little difficult sometimes for me to consider what He wants for my life sometimes, you know, because I want to do this, I want to go here, I want to go there, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, you know. Then I get knocked in the head and be like, no, you're going to do this.
See? Listen to that voice.
So it's just, as I wanted to ask you that question, because when I was on your website, I noticed like you have a lot of scriptures on your website. You have a beautiful website, by the way. It looks good. Did Keisha do that one for you?
No, actually a young lady out of Maryland did it for me.
Okay.
And I'm actually want to get it revamped, but a lot of people say they don't see anything wrong with it. I'm like,
it looks really good.
Well, thank you. I'll take the compliment. Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel like it was like nicely like well put, like when you first enter you see the scripture, and I was like, oh, I like this. And then you have the about, that's what made me want to be like, okay, so I think I got some questions that I want to ask.
Cool.
Okay, so my next question is, tell us about Boss Lady by Faith.
So glad you asked that. Okay, so Boss Lady by Faith is like a double entendre. A lot of people think it's for business owners only, but actually Boss Lady by Faith is a brand that represents it does represent business owners. I'm gonna tell you that it does represent business owners. But Boss Lady by Faith actually represents someone that takes charge, takes accountability for their actions, their feelings, their thoughts, and ideas. And they're big and bold enough to say, "I'm sorry, I apologize, I messed up, I'm gonna do better." Okay. So Boss Lady by Faith means you're a boss. You're a boss in the sense of taking accountability for your actions. Because you know a lot of people try to play the victim and try to play the blame game and blame shift. But Boss Lady by Faith strictly is about you being taking accountability for your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. You're a boss. You know, hey, you said I hurt your feelings, or you don't like what I said. I apologize if I make you feel some type of way. That's the boss in you. It takes a real person, man or woman, to say I apologize. I mean, apology never killed anybody. Sometimes some people just need apology to kill the fact that someone had talking 8 or 9 years. Boss up and be willing to apologize. Boss up and be willing to say, hey, I'm sorry. Boss up and be willing to do better and be a better you each and every day. That's what being a boss is all about. Not mean you pushing people around giving instructions, but you bossing. A boss just means you take accountability for you.
I like that.
That's it. It ain't hard. just boss up.
I like that. You have like nice messages behind a lot of things that you do, and it's really inspiring. I really do like that. So what is your favorite piece to create?
Sparkly stuff. I do love the Boss Lady and Boss Man by Faith, because I did launch Boss Man by Faith on my birthday. But I just like doing shirts is therapy for me. So the most favorite thing I like to do mainly is like Boss Lady by Faith, but I know I can't do it forever. But Boss Lady by Faith is far most like my favorite. Yeah, it's like hard to let it go. I've tried in different like I use the cuff vinyl or the flop, and like the glitter, like I have the glitter on this one. I just like trying that different texture of vinyl, and you know, to see what grabs my audience attention.
Right, okay, and it looks good, you know, because you know when we was talking, because we actually just met again on Saturday, because we met prior to before, but like actually having the conversation was on Saturday at Coach Nikisha's brunch that she had for CEOs. And I was like, I love those shoes. Like, I was just couldn't stop staring at her shoes. And then she was like, you look cute too. And I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And then she was telling me like how she doesn't like to dress boring and how she likes to just put different pieces together. And I was like, me too. You know, I don't like to I don't like to just like stay plain. Yeah, sometimes I do, but
gotcha.
sometimes, but I think on accident I stand out, and it's like I'm not even trying to, but it's just kind of how like
it's come naturally.
Sometimes, yeah, because I was like, I didn't think nobody was gonna like this outfit. Like because I was gonna wear different shoes, but I was like, it's wet and raining, and I don't want to wear no heels right now, so I just threw them boots on. Then I was like, oh Lord, I hope this is not too much.
You killed this.
Thank you. And you did too. You looked really nice, and I love your hair. So I love pink. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, moving into the next question, what do you feel like is the best advice you have ever received as a woman?
The best advice I've ever received as a woman. That's a good question. Let's see. Best advice. Well, the best advice I received was from my mom. She was like, if you want to do it big. And when she told me that, I'm like, what? Because she always called me Miss CEO. I'm like, well, I ain't got no business. So the best advice was, if you're going to do it big. And if you don't mind, I'm going to go a little deeper.
No, you're fine.
Because when I relocated to Columbia, South Carolina, I think in 2018, like years prior to that, I saw a lot of people, starting their own business and going to, different events and selling their products. And I was, I was like, I'm gonna be there next year. Another went by, I ain't did it yet. Another will go by, I ain't did it. I'm seeing people signing up. They got their little table, their little banner, they looking all cute.
Right.
Got a little backdrop going. I'm like, and my mom was like, well, Tesha, if you're gonna do it big. And that's what I did. I started my business in January 2019, and I feel like I ain't did it big yet.
Right.
But mama, I'm gonna do it big.
Right.
So just do it big.
Do it big. I like that. Y'all do everything big. Y'all remember that. Y'all listening to that. I hope so. If you're gonna do it big.
Do it big.
Okay. So, what would you feel like is some advice that you would want to pass on to anybody? Because I don't want it to be my platform to reach just women, because of course that is ultimately who I am trying to reach, but of course anybody can take it at the advice. So what is some advice that you have learned in your life that you would like to pass on to somebody else?
I want to say that, first and foremost, put God in everything that you do. And whenever you want to go step out on faith and do something, make sure you step out on faith with a plan, have everything written down, pray over it, make sure you listen, look out for the red flags and be able to, recognize the red flags and not be afraid to remove people from your life that may do you more harm than help. Because a lot of times we're blindsided by the fact that what people can do for us. We overheard the saying, people laugh in your face and laugh behind your back. So I developed like a spirit of discernment. I mean, I'm very deep, when it comes to God. Everybody else may not be, but you have to learn how to be able to let people go when you see that you're not for your good. Because it could be detrimental to your future.
That's true.
You gotta always make sure that you put God in everything you do and listen to that voice, and He will never steer you wrong.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah. So I hope y'all are gonna take that in and remember, because I'm gonna take it in for myself too, to try to remember to keep Him first in anything that you do, because without Him a lot of stuff will fail or go sour or go make some ways that you may not even wanted it to go, because so always remember, like you said, keep God first in anything that you do.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do you feel like what is your next project that you want to work on? Like, what are you hoping to accomplish next?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna start doing like wardrobe consultation, like putting pieces together for people as far as outfits.
Yes, I like that.
Because I don't know what it is, but I'm in the store shopping and a lady be like, well, "Man, do this here go together?" And you be like, "Yeah, you."
You.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm like, well, what is it? And so it actually is a joy and a pleasure for me to help them put an outfit together. Because even now, when my clients order shirts from me, I'll be like, what you want to wear with that? And he was like, XYZ. Well, I said, that don't go together. It's too much. You look like a zebra. So and now I still have clients, even if they don't get a shirt from me, they're like, hey, did this go with this? And I'm like, put them back. Way back in the closet, So, I want to offer like outfit consulting services. I have a name for it. I'm just trying to finalize it. But I want to help people put together outfits or wardrobes. I'm gonna actually be able to do it like via Zoom. And actually go in person to help them pick out outfits. I just like helping people. I believe when you look good, you feel good. Good. So you gotta put white pants on. You want to wear a white shirt with it. I say look at the shoes when you wear, but accessories. I'm here for that.
Right.
Look, I eat, sleep, and drink that all day. If I do that all day, I do it all day.
Right.
I got something to eat. But yeah, my next part is gonna most likely be offering like an outfit consulting type session. Help people get their wardrobe together. Get it together. I love that.
I think that is a good idea.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it.
Y'all better stay tuned to that one.
Yeah.
I like that idea. That's dope. I definitely stick with that because people do be needing help. I be like, why you put that together? that one didn't go together, but we gonna pray for you. Gonna keep you in prayer. Well, I hate to bring it to a close.
Oh,
I do. I really do, because I had wrote down my stuff and I was like, okay, I know I want to touch on this, I want to touch on that. Is there anything you feel like you want the people to know about you and your business?
Well, I wanted you to know that Topp Designz LLC is a faith-based business birth in Columbia, South Carolina, and we do offer rhinestone, vinyl, and DTF garment shirts. We do shirts for large parties, and we do discounts on bulk orders as well. And just stay tuned. Follow me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Topp Designz. And my personal Facebook page is called Tesha the Queen. And just keep following and sharing my stuff on social media. I do have a story to tell, so I'm ready to tell it.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to stay positive, stay focused, and don't give up on your dreams, and just keep God first in all that you do.
Okay. Thank you. Y'all better keep God first, okay? This is great. I really appreciate you for coming on, because I know it's so random. Like I asked him, was like, you want to be on my show? Because I'm trying to stay consistent, but finding people, and I was reaching out to a couple people and I haven't got a response, so I was like getting a little bit discouraged. A little bit. So I was trying not to, but I was like, I'm ready to just quit everything. But I'm glad I came to the brunch on Saturday, because I did get to meet some lovely people and I got to talk to you. So thank you for saying yes. I really, really, really appreciate it. I really do. I really do, because it's I want to keep this going, because I want people to understand that women have a story to tell, and we deserve to be heard. A lot of times our male counterparts, they kind of excel higher than we do, in certain situations. So it's like we don't never really get to speak a lot of the times, and most platforms that women aren't granted a lot of platforms, and the platforms that we are granted is not always the best. So I'm trying to have like a positive outlook on the women in Columbia and people who I come across, just so they have that chance to tell their story, because somebody out there needs to hear what you have to tell.
Absolutely.
Even if it's just one person, somebody is going to be touched by what you said. Somebody is going to tune in. So it's like, try to stay consistent.
You got this.
Thank you. So tell everyone how they can find you.
You can find me by clicking on my website, and the address is www.toppdesignz, that's TOPPDESIGNZ, toppdesignz.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Also at Topp Designz, or either Boss Lady Jenkins.
Okay. And what would be the best way that you would ask somebody to support you? Whether it be buy a product or follow, like what would you feel like is the best way they can support you?
You can follow, like, share my posts, comment, engage with me. Right now I do have hoodies, Dope Mom hoodies, and I'm doing 100 hoodies in 50 days. So get your Dope Mom hoodies, and I also have like my brand, Boss Lady by Faith and Boss Man by Faith. You can I have a deal for $89. You can get the short sleeve shirt, long sleeve shirt, sweatshirt, and a hoodie, and you start at a pretty decent price.
Okay, cool. I like that. Well, so y'all tune in, check her out. Go be sure to follow her. I'll have all of her links and stuff plastered somewhere. So definitely check her out. And as I bring this to a close, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in and watching Not Just a Pretty Face podcast. Y'all can follow us on Instagram at NJPF Official. And my Facebook is Michaela Ford. And of course, the YouTube is NJAPF TV. So thank you guys again for watching my 3rd episode, and many more will come. So please stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on my next episode. Bye.